It takes trial and error and the willingness to learn from mistakes. You don't want to get discouraged. You want to keep trying. You want to keep saving reports, keep testing. These next few points will be practical tips that you can use in Battlefield to make quick decisions. Um, you always want to consider how large of a rally your team can produce, because that'll tell you if you can even do Big Siege or T11 or stuff like that. You don't want to get too overconfident and start hitting keeps that you really shouldn't be hitting in ways that you shouldn't hit them. Like if your team has low buffs and low rally size, you don't want to necessarily Big Siege a 20 bill, stuff like that. When reading reports, you always want to check on the enemy's T1 and their defensive layers because that'll tell you what kind of keep they are. All their T1s and stuff like that. Um, so going into that a little bit more, if you see someone with a Queen Boudica or William Marshall, that typically means they're T1 Cav defense type keep, where they have flats. And you'll want to use archers to kill off their calves because that's like their main thing. Without those calves, they start to fall apart. Um, Moving on, if you see a Leo the Third or any siege general, that typically means they're built on siege defense and they'll have a cav assistant on there. That means you're going to want to really peel away their siege before getting into archers because that's what they're built around. Um, if you see a George Dewey or Isaac Brock, that typically means they have a ground keep. And when you see a ground keep, you're going to want to use a cav rally to get rid of their ground wall. And, it could be a big keep where they have a lot of archers or archer rain. So in that case, you would want to use maybe a cav rally followed by a ground rally. But typically, you don't want to use multiple rallies on trap keeps. But that's how you would approach a ground defensive keep. Moving on, if you see a Minamoto or Godfrey or Zach Taylor, that usually tells you that it's going to be a T1 archer trap. And the way to kill those would be using ground rallies. Sometimes a big siege rally will hurt them, but typically a big ground rally is what they're afraid of. Um, Going into the large keeps that you'll face. So every battlefield, everyone's going to face a case 43 to 45, the big leader in the enemy's team. How you're going to want to approach those accounts is you're going to want to get your scout or your battle report if you're being super cautious. You'll want to start out with ideally a T11 siege if you're a medium to small size team because you don't have a lot of big siege. You'll want to continue to siege that keep until you're down to their T12 siege, and then you'll want to big siege them again to get rid of their defensive siege layers. It should be noted that you're not going to want to send a T11 siege rally against those keeps if they get big siege rain, because then your T11 rally will just splat more or less, especially at lower level alliances. Um, So yeah, after you've killed their T12 and down defensive siege, you'll want to move into archers, and this is for lower level teams. You'll want to arch them continuously until you're done with their T1 calves. Once those are clear, then maybe you'll big siege again to kill their top tier archers, and then you'll move into using a cav and a ground rally to get the big clear. Another thing you can do regarding reports is you can check if the enemy has subsidies equipped. If they don't, then you can even solo them and go positive, let alone rally them and quickly kill them. It's always important to have your subs there because you're going to debuff your enemy and you're going to stay alive longer. So if you notice someone without them, kill them right away. Generals. So like if you're looking at the enemy's reinforcements and you see that they're being reinforced with someone like Elise or Scipio, we'll use ground as an example. These generals don't have a lot of neutral buffs. They only have a when attacking buff. And it should be noted that the March will still have reinforcing buffs from blazons, from technology, from various places in your keep. But if you notice that they're using generals that don't have neutral skill boxes, you might want to target that keep over other keeps because they might be a little weaker. And take that with a grain of salt, of course. Um, Another thing regarding reports in the modern year. If you're in SVS or Battlefield and you get a report on someone and they're around 100 mil troops or less, that's typically a green light to just go ahead and solo kill them right away. Because even if they're flat refined, like if you're a big keep, you can just eat that right up. But of course, a rally would be the easiest way to kill a keep like that. All right, those were the little tips and tricks that a couple people missed in the first part of the video. So yeah, just wanted to get those included in. Do we have any closing comments?
Yes, can you read the GIF that Rest just shared? Here, I'll tag you to make it easy.
So yeah, I wasn't even in the Discord thing. So it's $10. Yeah, typically my advice is you want to go $15 for the ZJ. You're gonna have a better time. Okay. All right. Thank you everyone for showing up. Sorry for yapping for so long. It's really nice having JC come up and Rom and Halid and
Yeah,
Oz.
sorry I made it late.
You're good, dude. You came in just when it was getting fun. Thank you, Jay, for coming.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, everyone. Cheers.
Thanks,
See you
guys.
later, guys. Stay tuned on our YouTube because we're gonna be having these events uploaded once a certain someone's home. Okay, see you guys later. I don't think I have the permissions to close the event, by the way.
I'll do